Authorities on the Canary Islands say around 183 migrants, including 24 women and 7 minors, reached its coast on Saturday on 2 boats. Local officials said the migrant boats had been intercepted on their way to the port of Naus. Spain's Sea Search and Rescue Agency and the Red Cross said they received the migrants with clothes, blankets, and food. According to the Spanish Interior Ministry, Spain received 63,970 irregular migrants last year, the vast majority in the Canaries. Thousands of people in Slovakia have taken to the streets to protest against Prime Minister Robert Fico's recent meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The protest held on Friday in Bratislava, the Slovak capital, saw around 4,000 protesters gathered in front of the government office. Prime Minister Fico met with Putin in December. During the meeting, Fico proposed Slovakia as a potential neutral platform for Russia-Ukraine negotiations. His controversial moves toward Moscow has sparked a wave of condemnation.
Officials in Montenegro have begun to look for ways to curb illegal weapons after a gunman shot and killed 12 people on New Year's Day. An emergency session of the National Security Council is expected to call for new gun laws and urgent action to confiscate illegal weapons. State broadcaster RTCG reported that Montenegro is 6th in the world when it comes to the number of illegal weapons per capita. The shooting happened on Wednesday in the central town of Cetinje when a man started a rampage after a bar brawl, killing 12 and wounding at least 4 others. The man, named as 45-year-old Arko Martinovic, died after shooting himself in the head. Visiting Cetinje on Thursday, Prime Minister Milojko Spajic announced a tightening of rules on weapons possession. Montenegro, which has a population of around 620,000, is known for its gun culture and many people own weapons. Iran has warned Italy that it risks harming bilateral relations if it doesn't release an Iranian citizen arrested on a US warrant. Mohammed Abedini was arrested by Italian authorities at Milan airport on the 16th of December. The US Justice Department accuses him of supplying Iran with the drone technology used in a January 2024 attack in Jordan that killed 3 American troops. 3 days later, the Italian reporter Cecilia Sala was arrested in Tehran. She'd arrived in the country on the 13th of December on a journalist's visa and was arrested on charges of violating the laws of the Islamic Republic. Italian commentators have speculated that Iran is holding Salah as a bargaining chip to ensure Abedini's release. Iran's foreign ministry said Abedini's arrest was an illegal act that's done based on the US demand.
Hospitals reinforcing special units as flu wave has taken over Europe and spares no region or age group. Some countries like France has experienced a rise in the flu epidemic over the past week since Christmas.
J'éternue beaucoup, le nez
bien chargé.
des migraines. Hier, j'ai eu une migraine.
Et ça faisait longtemps que moi, j'ai pas ressenti une épidémie aussi importante.
Children under 15 and patients over 60 suffer the worst symptoms, including severe respiratory difficulties. Incidence rate of influenza, bronchiolitis, and COVID-19 are also on the rise in Spain. The worst is expected from next week onwards, and health workers warn that healthcare systems need to be prepared for that. In Hungary, compulsory mask wearing and visiting ban has been introduced in clinics. 4 people died of flu-related symptoms in Romania. The National Institute of Public Health reports that more than 4,100 cases were officially recorded last week, almost double more than the week before. This year, the most widespread flu so far is influenza B, which causes high fever, aching limbs, and coughs.
Thousands of protesters gathered in central Seoul on Saturday to demand the immediate arrest of impeached South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol. Those gathered condemned Yoon after he defied attempts by South Korean investigators to detain him on Friday. The country's anti-corruption agency said it withdrew its investigators after the Presidential Security Service blocked them from entering Yoon's residence for hours. It was the latest confrontation in a political crisis that has paralyzed South Korean politics.